We are back again. The final regular season recap. The playoffs are set. I'm still sick somehow. What a week. Getting into it. Kyle lost and Briggs lost, so they joined Rag and Pouchon, bottom of the league. Sad to see those two former good players hung so low. And then we had so Hayden won, he got in. The rest of us up here, we all sucked, but we were still in. Then we had a 6-8 log jam. Congrats, Brett. He's in the playoffs. He's the first ever below 500 team to get into the playoffs. I don't know how he got it. Brett was complaining this morning like, it should be points forward. That should be our tiebreaker. I think it was. But I don't know. So Sutton came in 8th. He beat all 3 teams in head-to-heads that are tied with him. And our tiebreaker is head-to-head. So I don't understand how Sutton's not in the playoffs. So I guess maybe they went 2 points 4, which would make sense. Brett has the most, Sutton has second most, but Scott has less points for than McCosey, so why would McCosey be below Scott? I have no idea how these rankings worked. Personally, I think Sutton got a little gypped. Obviously, Brett, better team, probably deserves it more, but our tiebreaker is head-to-head, and Sutton beat all 3 teams he's tied with head-to-head. Sutton got fucked so hard by this. Granted, he probably wouldn't have won a game in the playoffs, but it would have helped all the fucking rest of us. So I have no idea how that works. I'm going to have to look into it. Going to have to do an official audit of the league. But this had me so confused today that I've officially wasted 2 minutes of this video talking about it. And yeah, there's a little light reflection thingy on me. It's just going to stay there. I don't feel like getting up and moving. First matchup, me versus McCosey. My team was tough. It was a bad week. Jaden Reed, Cole Kmet, both 0 burgers. Scary Terry, bye week. Dobbins is out. Breece Hall's out. Saquon didn't have a good game. My team is absolutely limping into the playoffs. Thank God I got the bye. James Cook and Saquon both kind of sucked. Jalen Hurts poaches the goal line carries for the Eagles, and Josh Allen poaches the goal line carries for the Bills. So there you go. This was a game about the quarterbacks. Sam Darnold dropped 35 and then just got absolutely shown up by Josh Allen, who had almost exactly half my points. I had no right to be in this game. McCosey, good win. I'm still in the offs. McCosey's still eliminated. It didn't matter much, but a good showing for McCosey. This was an important game. Clay stays in the 3 seed, I believe. Brett sneaks in the playoffs. Once again, I don't know how, but he did. Whatever. Brett officially fleeced Cal. He got Chase Brown and Darnell Mooney for Pacheco and CeeDee Lamb. Pacheco has been not great since he came back. CeeDee Lamb's been fine, but he hasn't been better than Chase Brown. The Bengals offense is fantasy gold. And Brett has Burrow, Brown, and T. Higgins. If Josh Jacobs was a pass-catching back, he'd be RB1. He is on an absolute tear. Clay's team didn't really need a win. Would have helped to get a win, but since Cal won, you would have still been the 3 seed, so in the end, it didn't really matter. Wasted a Juwan Jennings game, though. I think that's your second time this year you've lost on the Juwan Jennings games. Brett's calling Joe Burrow a Jamar Chase merchant. I think he just hates Joe Burrow, but Jamar Chase is fucking awesome. Good win, Brett. This was the second matchup I got wrong this week. I thought Briggs was going to get scrappy and win it. I'll talk about Hayden, and then I'll talk about Briggs. So I want to get the playoff team out of the way because we're going to see more of him. You got the Tyreek Hill game. Good job. That's about it. If you get more Tyreek Hill games, you might be okay, but your team's not looking great. Pickens is probably out again. Yikes. Briggs got fucked. Tampa Bay said Bucky Irving was good to go. Bucky Irving barely played, and then they pulled him again. I don't know if it would have mattered. Let me look at Briggs' lineup. If he would have known that, and if he would have correctly started Rico Dowdle instead of Nick Chubb, Briggs would have won this game. Or, oh my God. No, he would have won by 0.5. Never mind, Briggs. That sucks for you. Tough. Jackson Smith, you had a great wide receiver room. Bad season. Bad beats. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. We will not have a back-to-back winner. We might have a repeat winner this year. This was the easiest prediction I think I've had all year. Jamar Chase is the best fantasy football player in the world, and he had a fantastic matchup. Kyron Williams is back, and Sutton's team is in absolute disarray. I wish he would have made the playoffs because he would have gotten destroyed, and this matchup would have run it back next week, but this team is bad. I mean, Jonathan Brooks, his career might just be over. Cal left Jordan Addison and Charbonnet, who each scored 39 on his bench. He seems to think that's a good thing, but for me, that just is either going to make you start the wrong people, or when you leave those two on their bench and they keep going off, then you're going to be really pissed. I don't know. We'll see. Sutton, you got fucked out of the playoffs, buddy. I literally have no idea how they did the tiebreaker. I assumed you beat all three, so you go through. All right, fine. A 4-way tie, we go to points 4. But that's not even how they did it either. I have no idea. Can't be mad at Brett. Can't be mad at me because I don't know what's going on. Please don't be mad at me. You got fucked. Another game that didn't really end up meaning anything, but it does mean that Scott finally put up a passable fantasy season. He was tied for 7th, which is probably his best season so far. Way to finish strong, Scott. A common theme of these last 3 matchups is bad teams finishing strong. Scott blows out the 4 seed. Ish, you're limping in the playoffs just like me. You need this version of James Conner and this version of George Kittle, and you need your boys back from bye if you're going to have a chance against Rob next week. KW3 going down sucks for Scott. Didn't need him. Not going to need him now in the losers bracket. Roma Dunze was the only good bear. That's the only other thing I have written down. Otherwise, pretty boring matchup. Scott ended up not mattering, and Ish didn't move up or down. This was another sad matchup. Meish got fucked. He is officially the most points against this year. Rag, just talk about your team. You had a lucky trade with me, and you squandered it. Monty and A-Chain are a touchdown machine. Shakir was a great pick. Otherwise, not much about this team was fun. Meish, a lot of talent leaves the playoffs with you. Lamar's gone. Jonathan Taylor's gone. Courtland Sutton's gone. Debo's gone. Devontae's gone. Najee's gone. A lot of talent. Debo let you down all season. And this week, Debo was ass, and Xavier Legette dropped a 50-yard touchdown that would have won you this matchup probably. You got fucked, brother. Sorry. Final matchup. Pouchon finishing strong. 142, second highest score. Where was this all season? Just kidding. It wasn't there because Pouchon's team still sucks. You're welcome for the Isaiah Garendo pickup. You would have. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say you probably wouldn't have been smart enough to do that on your own. And sorry, Rag, I should have just let you have him. But you beat Meish either way. Win-win-win. Yeah, Pouch's team just decided to show up way too late. Jefferson's back, Waddle's back, Garendo was awesome, and Njoku's been awesome. Yeah, sucks. I'm not going to waste much more time on Pouchon's dog shit team that's been locked in the loser spot for 3 weeks. Rob kept 2 inactives in his starting lineup. The McConkey one was a little bit of a fuck over because that was a game time decision on Sunday Night Football. But still, if you do that in the playoffs, you're going to lose. Jerry Jeudy's legit, and Rob's been talking a lot of shit about how happy he is to be on my side of the matchup. Okay, Rob. I got like 4 people left on my team. I'm still going to beat your ass. So yeah, here's I went 4-3 on the week to end the regular season at 57-42. Not too bad, especially since I started like the first 6 week at barely 500. But, we get better, and we're going to the playoffs. So I'll have a full playoff prediction video out Thursday probably. Or maybe I'll do one tomorrow and one Thursday. There's a lot to talk about. Lots going on. Yeah, the memes have already begun with the matchups, and I'm excited to see how everyone plays in the playoffs. Once again, Sutton, don't know how you're not in the playoffs. Brett, congratulations. This would be, there would be an asterisk. Just saying.